Hey brothers, I'm Victor Love, and I hope you're doing well. I want you to know that I'm on the couch getting help. I have a therapist. I've been diagnosed. I'm not crazy, and I don't feel crazy. But I've made some constant mistakes in my life that I regret. I've apologized, and I've forgiven myself and others for the things that have been done by me and to me. More importantly, I want to become the best version of what God intended me to be. So buckle up and come go for the ride.
Substitution, Craig Hodges replacing Craig Hodges. Sam Vincent. Hodges from three.
Gets it over to Jordan. Bulls can tie it up here or take the lead.
Another takeoff of Air Jordan with Craig Hodges lighting it.
Into the corner for Hodges.
That he wants to go to Cartwright. Cartwright early, try to play two-man. Hodges hits
Make it.
What's up, C?
Glad you can make it, brother.
Man, what's going on with you, brother?
How you feeling?
Man, it's a beautiful day in my mental hood. How's your mental hood doing?
Man, keeping it proper, brother.
Keeping it proper, take your time.
Yes,
How
sir.
tall are you, C?
6'2".
6'2"?
I started at 6'3", but now with these knees, brother.
He said I started at 6'3", you said?
Yeah, man.
But they say that's normal though, right? You shrink when we get a little
Yeah,
older,
man.
though.
Osteo shit too.
Is that right? Oh, you say osteo.
Man, bring you down a little bit. Take you down there. You
Yes,
good,
sir.
brother?
Hey, man, I love you, man.
on, fam.
And thank you, man. And I really appreciate everything that you have done for my family personally, because it's one thing to say what you did for all of us, and I mean, with even just, I'm talking about with the rings and stuff,
right.
Because we wouldn't have got them rings.
Oh,
I mean,
man,
your
big,
fingerprints are on the ring, Craig.
that-
Quit playing with me.
Right.
I don't know if you know that or not,
Yeah,
but your
man, come
fingerprints
on,
is
man.
on the ring.
Foundational stuff.
You understand?
Foundational.
But even what you did for us as a people, man, you know, the bravery and the heart that you had to have to lay it all on the line, you know what I mean? And you didn't know it was going to turn out like this, but
right.
you were led by your passion and by your upbringing and by your morals and your values, and you got eyes.
Man.
You can see what's going on in your neighborhood.
Man.
You grew up in certain neighborhoods.
Man, we're
So,
to study it, man.
yes, sir.
We're
So
taught to study it.
we're going to get right to it. We're going to take off with, so this is The Ride with Victor Love, your man, your family member.
Yes, sir.
And I just wanted to just start off before we take off, and I'm just asking, you know, how's your mental hood today?
Man, my mental hood is great today, man. I'm in a great space from a standpoint of realizing at 65 years old.
You the big
where I'm at
cousin.
and
Yeah.
where I'm at right now, and understanding the reality of who I am from an authentic end, and not trying to.
That's my word.
Not trying to. You know, when I look back when I was younger, even, you know, being here with the Bulls and everything, you know, doing what I thought I could do for our people. And now at 65, when I look back, I look at how the Creator was telling me and laughing to the point of, good job, young man.
Okay.
but you're not mature enough yet.
Yes, sir.
You're not mature enough yet. And now I'm in a space and time where that level of maturity gives me the point of not to be overwhelmed or underwhelmed, but just to be whelmed, where I'm just you know, just in a neutral, not a so much neutral position, but from a neutral emotional standpoint, so that I can see.
Yeah.
You know, so many times we get distracted by all of the stuff, all of the baggage of what the society has put up on us as role models and all the like of what a success is. But, you know, the reality now is that everything comes when we're looking for that kingdom. It's within, man. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, I use it and I spin it another kind of way. I call it protecting my peace.
Teach.
I have eliminated, you know, I know this is going out to the world, but there are some family members that I can't really be around them but for a short minute, because I can't allow you to distract me with what negative energy you might be bringing, old memories and old remember negative stuff. I ain't got time for that. It ain't about where I was or where I've been. It's where I'm at and where I'm going.
Right, and that's the, you know, soul contracts, man. Contracts that we put into the universe and to the ether that, you know, believe it or not,
soul contracts.
We attract certain things, and my biggest thing now is the reality that is a reality.
Yeah.
That in that, being able to cut those contracts. And some of them cut themselves organically, so we can go through with your family members.
Absolutely.
And it's all on the premise of love, man.
Yeah.
Being able to know that, Lord willing, we get to circle back. And catch it up.
But right now we need to just kind of, you going over there and I'm going to go over here.
And we got to get, it's like thinking about what's the movie where they had the brother Get Right. Got to get right. You know?
Can't get right.
Can't get right.
Life, that's one of my favorite movies too,
Gotta, and that's the thing, man, is we got to get right, man, and get right with yourself first. And then you're able to, then you're able to help some other people.
Yeah, that's what's up. I love that. Yeah. So we getting ready to hit it, but let me ask you this. I chose this spot. I thought I wanted to take you to where you grew up at and we pick it up there. Right. But then I thought about this and what we're talking about our mentalhood.
Right.
Is this a trigger for you, like to be here in front of this building?
It's a big trigger because it's a big trigger to know that the foundation is over here in one of these parking lots that ain't there no more, okay?
The old building.
The old building. So the reality that when I walk around the corner, I see where they got a little stamp, a little placard on the side, gate 3.5. And how important gate 3.5 was to the black community, because that's where the players came in and out. And those young brothers and sisters who couldn't come to the game, they got to see us, where now they go down into a tunnel. You know what I'm saying? So there's a different dynamic. Likewise, being somewhat ostracized from the organization and having to be the first Chicagoan to win a championship for the city, and now to see the different ambassadors for the city that they have.
Whoa. Because I can be a little slow sometimes. Are you telling me you the first homegrown Chicago-based player to win a ring, to win a championship?
Absolutely.
Is that right? Now, see, I didn't even know that.
Randy came after me.
Got it.
You feel me?
Randy Brown.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So.
And then, D. Rose don't even have a ring with the Bulls.
There you go. D. Rose should have had a ring with the Bulls.
Yes, sir.
But once again, we get into that whole dynamic of, you think about it. If you keep Jimmy Butler, Derrick Rose, Noah, Luol Deng, keep them together for some years, they're going to win a championship.
Yes, sir.
But you got to have the right tutelage.
Yeah.
You know, my thing was with Thibodeau, you're a great defensive coach, but you need an offensive guy. Let me give you triangle. Same thing I'm telling them now. You got this new brother coming in at the GM. What is the direction that we're going on the court? Because for the last, since we won it, Derrick and them went to the finals or whatever, or got close or whatever when they were here. But what is it for, I came to a game, and it's, to me, we're just knowing we're going to fill the stadium because it's the only game in town.
Yeah.
But are we really vying for a championship?
Yeah.
And that's the part of me that, as a Chicagoan, as a homeborn, watching the Bulls struggle and then being able to be on the championship squad to bring one home, and now to see where it's gone to, like, oh well, we're going to put a team out there, but the fans gonna show up, but are we trying to win?
Are we trying to win?
And I heard Reinsdorf apologize, to the fans. Yeah, you gotta have quality, man, and that's what I'm saying is that when we were here, we had a quality, and not dissing the organization or anything, but at that time we had a quality core of coaches. And the top quality of player at that time, so it was a perfect storm for a championship.
So I'm hearing some words, and I'm gonna get ready to pull off, man. We're gonna get on down this road, but I'm hearing the word rejection. I'm talking about. I know you gonna name your own.
And like
names.
you say, from a mental hood standpoint, you could term it that.
Yeah, like to be rejected, even with you offering your ability.
But the thing for me is, I didn't look at it as rejection. I looked at it as being understanding history. You know what I'm saying? Studying the history of Muhammad Ali, John Carlos, and the brothers, understanding the reality of that and knowing that, okay, I didn't expect it, but why not it be me?
Yeah.
You feel me? And think about the ultimate, the ultimate price right here. We talk about Fred Hampton.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right
You know
around
what I'm saying?
back over
so
there.
We talking about. For me, it was a different mindset of playing here compared to my teammates.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it had to be. Yeah, because they wasn't from here.
Absolutely.
So man, let's get it, man.
Yes.
We rolling, man. Let's
Appreciate
go.
you.
So, Craig, your mentalhood is good today because you know who you are and whose you are.
Right.
You're in your purpose. You got things you're working on.
Absolutely.
You still have a certain skill set that you could offer, not just the Bulls, but anybody could call you and say, hey, we need what you got. We need that knowledge you got to help improve our team.
Yeah, and that's the cool part for me is that, you got the different levels of the game.
Yeah.
Right now I'm working with young people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Young people who realize that they need they need certain tutelage. And those are the ones that I want to work with. I don't want to work with any knuckleheads.
Yeah.
If you're not focused on being a student athlete, I don't really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Craig, what high school did you go to?
I went to Rich East High. I went to Bloom my freshman year.
Went to Bloom.
And then my people moved from Chicago Heights to Park Forest. And I went to Rich East my last 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what college did you play at?
Long Beach State.
Long Beach State. Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you like being on the West Coast out there?
Brother. That's what I like right now. I feel a total kinship for here and Southern California.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because Long Beach was fun, man. And I was blessed to have Tex Winter, who was, guru coach at the time, Lord rest his soul. And he told me before he signed me, if you stay with me for 4 years, I guarantee you'll be in somebody's training camp.
Got it.
And that was enough for me, man. So I went through the first 3 years in Long Beach just having fun.
So let me ask you this, because my mind is going so many places and I want to get into you, but I want to, because you so for the people, man, that it don't really have to be about you, but it has to be about you. But let me ask you this, for you to come up in the community, in the neighborhood in which you did, and I'm gonna just pull over, man, because I can get a little emotional or what have you about this, and to say, I played high school ball here, I went to college here, and I made it. And I got a ring. You got it. How many rings you got?
I have 4.
You got 4 rings.
Yeah.
Dude.
2 playing, 2 coaching.
Two what?
2 playing and 2 coaching.
Okay.
Yeah, I was the last 2 championships for the Lakers. Actually, not the one with LeBron and them, but the last 2 that Kobe had. I was a shooting coach for the Lakers for 5 seasons. 6 seasons. Yeah, 6 seasons.
Is that right?
Yeah, so I was Kobe's shooting coach for 6 years.
Amen.
Yeah, man.
But what about the brothers that you played with in high school and even in college, and the brothers that you know, and like we know public information. We know Mark played with a cold backcourt.
No question.
Skip was Skip and Mark. They ran that.
Yeah.
And things didn't work out so well for Skip. When he didn't get selected to go to that next level.
And that's our mentalhood.
And that's why I'm asking you, so what would you say to a brother that's working his craft, he's in high school and he's all city, all state, and he's getting ready to go to a D1 school, and then injury happens, or he just don't cut it?
Yeah.
What would you tell that brother where it relates to in protecting his peace? What should he be putting in position to not solely rely on if he gonna make it and if he don't, and feeling his self-worth if he don't make it?
That's where we were talking about going inward and being able to. For me, I was blessed to have had it at a young age. It was put into me. Reading and writing was put into me early. That was even before my sports. But then when I had a chance to transfer from Bloom to Rich East, Steve Fisher was our coach, and he was the coach of the 5-5. And when I look back, one of the greatest teachings was MTXE, mental toughness, extra effort. And that was plastered everywhere on our jerseys, on the shorts, everywhere. So it became a mental thing for me that even at that point in time when the Bulls released me, I couldn't get paid and all of that, where your mental hood can be somewhat shaken. But
Tested.
you know what I'm saying? But the reality for me was I was blessed to have black studies, man.
Yeah.
And when the Bulls released me in September, when your clock is on training camp. Your clock is, so I'm ready to go to training camp. Nobody's giving me opportunity.
No calls coming.
No agent would represent me. My union wouldn't do anything for me. So I talked to Tex Winter, and he's like, Craig, for the first time in my career, have I called every team, and nobody called me back on your behalf. So I would think that it's time for you to start teaching the game because you're a great teacher of the game. So at that point, I went back to school, basically. You know, I went back and got all my books that I had in class. And my sons were going into high school. Get up in the morning, get them ready to go to school, and just start reading. Because at that point in time, it wasn't a matter of me being able to get any type of traction in my career. So now it was a matter of me making sure that, you know what? Knowledge is your power, bro.
Got it.
So let's go and study. And let's go and study, continue to study, and something is going to open up. I've always, you know, my sister, Laura rest her soul, Laura, she would always tell me, you know, Craig, cream always rise to the top. And that was her whole mantra with me all the time during my thing. So even during them periods of time, it's coming. You know
it's
what
coming.
I'm saying?
You just walk by faith and not by sight.
Yeah, and now where I'm at is the reality that those things that we look as challenges are actually scaffolding.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That scaffolding is letting you build up, because if I hit you with this too much, it could tear down the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I gotta let you build up and then pull the scaffolding off of you when you prepared. And that's why I feel like where we are right now is, you know, 91, 92, when I was trying to organize. And it's, you know, in this life, it's not about, you know, the creator is not about trying, it's about giving you, you know, and expecting and being expecting, but at the same time working towards what it is that you know is about to come. And that's where we are right now, man, is knowing that all that hardship that, or what I even perceived at one point as hardship, a lot of times, man, it's just a matter of you being able to sit down and listen and being able to say, okay.
Yeah, assess.
You know, and for me, it was the biggest assessment was, you know what, Hodge? The NBA, the Chicago Bulls, that's their world. They can tell you they don't want you in it.
Yeah.
But this is the creator's world.
Yeah.
They getting the same water that you gotta have.
That's
You
right.
know what I mean?
Breathing the same air you breathing. Yeah.
So I can still
Find
go.
your purpose.
I can still go hoop
Yep.
with my boys, with their homies, get them better. And at that point in time, when my sons would tell you, they'd be like, man, Dad, you was going at us like you was going in the league, man. I was like, I know. I was looking at y'all. I was like, y'all is Isaiah.
Exactly. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
So, when things shut down, closed down, I used the word rejected. You said, you know, some other blackballed. I'm not saying you used that word, but a lot of us felt like we were, you said whiteballed. You were whiteballed is the word. Okay.
Right.
What was it like for you mentally during that time, and how long did you stay in that space, and ultimately, how did you fight through it? And you kind of shared on some of that already, but what was it like when it was bad? Like, how did it mess with your money? Did it mess with your lifestyle? Did people turn their backs on you? Like, tell me what was it?
All the above. And you know, I can laugh now because my sons are grown, but my sons had to go through some things, man, that you know, like my oldest boy, ain't no reason for him not to have had a career in the league. You know what I'm saying? Likewise,
generational rejection.
You know, and for what, you know, for me to go from making $700,000 to zero, and to be in divorce court at that same time, you know, so it was one of those things where
piling up on.
Oh yeah, and to be able to realize it for what it is. I understand the monetary value of things, understand the generational wealth of things, but also understanding that, once again, who controls your purse strings? They control the purse strings because they control the mechanisms of who can hire me or who will not hire me. And being able to realize that, okay, I'm going through some stuff, but man, my children are going through things.
Yeah.
My family going through things because they see what my trajectory was had I not, quote unquote, went to the White House talking that black shit.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's almost when I look at the negative comments that come from me going to the White House.
Backlash.
That's what I get. I get where I hear people say, "Oh man, he knew what he should." Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. I get that perspective. That's your perspective.
Yeah.
But I get the cultural imperative of it. That if you got this opportunity, and especially if you grew up the way I grew up. I grew up in 1968 when the movement was high, and my mom was the secretary of the movement. So when you go south of I-80, my mom and her organization, SACA, they developed civil rights movement for the south suburbs.
Wow.
So I was part of that. So what is the next phase of that? You know, what am I supposed to do? Me and my mom would have these conversations about, because she was afraid for me.
Okay.
Because she was saying the positions that you could take could be dangerous, Craig. But I was like, hey, you taught me this.
Exactly. So no, and when I think about that now, I'm thinking about Tupac, you know, and being up with Miss Shakur, you know, and it's when it's in you, it's in you, and you might drift off and do some things, but you're gonna come back to them foundational principles, especially when they get in your face so cold and strong.
And the thing that I tell people too is this: I was born June 27, 1960. What was going through my mother's veins from a standpoint of stress, fear? What's going to happen when my baby is born? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be this? That's coming into me.
Absolutely. And add on the racial injustices that are going on and the movement that she involved in and the pressures and all of that.
Right.
Absolutely. People don't think like that. Brother Fred Hampton, Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. talks about that, and he'll be coming on my show soon too, about when he was, you know, in his mother's womb and those gun bullets went over there. He said, dude, that's why he has a little stuttering impediment, if you will, a speech impediment, and because in that womb things were already taking place that affected him.
And you think about it, he come out the womb with PTSD. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's not, and the crazy part is how much of it is by design. So when I look at where I was in the league, all right, nobody shooting the ball better than me. Top shooter in the league on top team in the league. 2 world championships, and nobody wants to know what the Bulls are thinking about. So you're not gonna. I'm a free agent. Nobody shoots the ball better than me. But you can't use my services to know what Phil Jackson is thinking about, to know what Michael Jordan, how he starts the game.
Exactly.
Y'all don't want none of this.
Just throw me away.
When in normal circumstances, players who come from championships, teams want them to know what the championship squad was just thinking about.
Yeah.
And how to steal the shit that they use.
Yeah. And again, you presenting a letter about the conditions of your community and the things that you've witnessed, being brought up the way you were brought up with the teachings and the studies that your mother instilled in you for self-respect, self-pride, self-worth.
Yeah.
And to get that opportunity to be so close. I got into an argument about you. I mean, I don't know. I got into an argument about you Sunday on Mother's Day.
And you'd be surprised how many
about he knew what he was doing. Like, why would he be so radical, man? He could have just.
And this is the wild
part. I'm like, what?
Like even just the first part of that statement, he knew what he was doing. All right, when you sit there and say he knew what he was doing, you saying that I see what I'm seeing, but I'm not supposed to say anything about what I'm seeing. Because you're not going to say anything about what you're saying, because you're going to make sure that you go get that bag.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's the biggest part of this thing, man, is, you know, man, a $50 million bag.
Yeah.
Easy.
It's just like this show, man, right? And I don't even know if this is cool to say or whatever. But when I got on this journey, man, with my mentalhood, you know, just facing it, first of all, realizing in 2018, I got on the couch. And I needed to, and I had already been thinking about it for years because I've started peeping a pattern in me where it relates to relationship with women.
Teach.
You know what I mean? And then I wasn't handling my money right, and I'm a creator, and I've done some great things, but I never could sustain things, and I would find myself wanting to blame other people for not being where I wanted to be, and I had great shoulders to stand on. You know my mama.
Teach.
You know, and I just had to go get some help, dude. And when I look at, you know, where you at, and for me to be on this assignment talking about this, man, I just want to be helping brothers, man. And the first thing people will come to and ask me, man, you getting paid for that? And I'll say, no, because I'm not. Like right now, while this show is being aired, I'm not getting paid. Right? And Craig, how about this, if I can say this? Craig, thank you for not charging me for have this thing. Can I take you to lunch or something after this?
Brother. We'll
But
work it out.
I'm just saying, man,
Right.
we got to stand up for something, or we just keep falling and going in rooms that don't mean us no good.
Yeah,
and somebody got to be brave enough to say, it ain't about the money. It's about this little boy right here that I see who ain't 8 today, who can't read by the 3rd grade, and they building another facility for boys who can't read at the 3rd grade.
Absolutely.
And there is somebody that my granddaughter could have possibly married had he been navigated the right way, loved the right way, mentored the right way.
Yeah, and like you say, with the therapy the right way.
With the therapy the right way.
And that's the part for me. I was blessed, like I told you.
Yeah, man. About your auntie. Let's talk about her.
My auntie Diane. She's, you know, doctor in psychology, and throughout my life, she's always been like a sounding board. You know what I'm saying? And I would always tell her, you know, we'd have these conversations, especially when I was in college. I call her, and we'll be talking. And before I know it, I tell her, you know what, auntie, you got me again. She'd be like, what? You put me on the couch without me knowing, you know? But it was conversations that
needed to be had,
and it gave me a sense of being. And I think when we're looking and missing certain things, and that therapeutic side of it is what's your being? What is, you know, and being able to manifest that on a daily, being able to articulate it, being able to stand on it, and that's the authentic side of shit.
Can I ask you a question? Auntie Diane, is she still with us?
Absolutely.
Okay, so Auntie Diane, name 2 things that you can go back to when you was making them calls from Long Beach State, and even through however what it was, those sessions that you found that you were being tricked to getting on the couch, what were some of the tools that she was teaching you how to navigate through disappointment and stuff like? What would she set you up to either help you, make you figure it out yourself, or tell you what you needed to do to get through that?
She gave me a great roadmap before I went to college.
What's she doing?
She says, the most important thing for you as a basketball player, student athlete, is time management. Time management. That when you go to class, if you don't have a class right after that, go study that same subject matter for the next hour. And I put that to use. And never get behind. Never be caught in a position where you have to catch up.
Stress.
And the crazy part, and like I said, you know, my steps have been guided, man. And now at 65, I can really look back and see
how it was orchestrated. Yeah, dude, I'm in that same space.
At which point in time where it was like for instance, okay, I'm playing in the city suburban game, the first one they ever had, city versus suburbs, 1978. We're playing at DePaul. Tex Winter was recruiting me for Northwestern at the time. We play that game. I scored like 18 points. After the game, he comes down and he tells me he just got the job at Long Beach State. That's a guided moment for me.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. I'm there.
Now I'm in Southern California where
you come from Chicago.
From 8 years old until that point in time, UCLA was winning everything.
Okay.
So I'm like sitting here, a park on, and I'm looking at these brothers on TV, and they got on shorts and T-shirts. That's where I want to go.
I want to go.
You know, and so once again, that the guidance and being able to be still enough to know that, and that's why I say part of your life is the Creator actually moving you, and then other parts is, okay, let me see how you're going to steer this thing. And see if you're going to be able to handle it in a manner that would be reflective of me.
Yeah.
As opposed to you seeing this thing and saying, man, I can make all this bread, I can be this, I can be that. And now you become a tool of the oppressor, of the oppressors, of the oppressor,
And
the
anything
oppressor.
and everything they
Yeah,
want
man.
you to sell or try or do or go, you gotta go because you're attaching your worth to even that because it's centered around the bag.
Those are things.
Things.
And that's one of like for when I look at our generation, brother, we missed the boat. And see, now the cool part is that we are in the age of Aquarius. In the age of Aquarius, it's sisters. That's why we see sisters rolling the way they rolling, okay? And it's a unified body of Christ, but now they the Christ head. We had 2,000 years of the Christ head, and we didn't do we could have did better.
Yeah, we could have did better.
But, you know who did better?
Who?
White man, okay? And that's why I tell people, based on this time paradigm, it's like the Creator tell us to be up here at this certain day on this certain time, and you're gonna get blessed. You give me the wrong time and calendar,
Okay.
but you go get the blessing.
Gotcha.
So the Creator ain't saying you black, white, brown. Just be here.
Yeah.
I don't care what you look like.
Yeah. The blessing is right there at that light
At
this
that
time.
time. And that's where y'all miseducated us. You know, you and I both. No. In our lives, love your mom, but ain't nobody more spiritual than our grandparents.
Yeah. Oh, my
Our grandmama.
grandmama, listen. Margie Wade, rest in peace. And what's your grandmama's
Same
name?
thing. Dorothy Hodges, rest in peace.
Okay.
So
Yes, sir.
for
Yes,
me,
sir. Yes,
when
sir.
I look at what y'all taught me about the spiritual and what is Christ, that was Granny.
Yeah.
That was Granny.
Yeah, I had to be in the Eastern.
But what did you have on our wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the part where I'm
That other image.
That's what I'm telling people.
That other image.
And that image.
And then the book don't even describe that. That ain't even a description of what the book
and
says,
that's
but
the
you
part-
put that image.
That's
up
the
there.
part where I tell people, you know, growing up, my son, he always said, yeah, Dad, you grew up in Jim Crow. And that's real. And then I stop and I think about every black household damn near in America, you would walk in and you would see the tri-union.
What?
Who up top?
Kennedy?
Who up
Who was at top?
Kennedy up top.
Come on, my grandmother had it in her
Yeah,
house.
Kennedy wasn't up
Don't
top.
stop. Was Kennedy on it?
Yes.
So, come on,
Who's
Craig.
the three?
I'm looking at it.
Come on.
Oh my God. It wasn't. Was it George? It wasn't.
Jesus.
It was Jesus, Kennedy,
and King.
and Martin Luther King. My grandma, dude, it was like a rug. I don't know what yours. I don't know if yours was a
wooden plaque.
My grandmother had it like on a
like
it looked
a
like a
rug.
rug,
Yeah.
but it had a stick
banner.
running through it, and it.
Okay. Now,
My man.
this the crazy part.
That's crazy.
We looking at him, and she right here with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel me? So
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm with y'all program, but y'all program don't work no more.
Yeah.
That's what this mental hood is about now. Is that what works?
What works? Yeah. And putting the work in. And even when I go there, I tell brothers, so let me ask you this. If we had to say today, so when I'm greeting brothers now, see, I'm like, so brother, how's your mental hood, right? And what I'm really asking is because I'm reading a book by Courtney B. Vance, right? And it's entitled The Invisible Man, right? And Courtney B. is married to Angela Bassett, right? And he said his famous actor of all times was his father.
Okay.
And his father committed suicide, right? And he said, but he put on this front that he had it all together all the time. Ran their house smooth. They were exposed to the finer things in life as much as they were middle class. I mean, it was crispy. He did notice his father was a gun collector. His father had a lot of guns in the house. But he wasn't no real bravado kind of guy. You know, he just had them or whatever. And he remembers in the book, he said he was on, on Broadway and getting ready to go on, and he got the call. His mother was screaming in the background, Courtney, he's gone, and he was like, what are you talking about? And he said it hit him so hard that he didn't even want to come home to deal with it, to take care of his mom. He said Angela, because they dated like before they come up through acting school and all of that together. She had to make him go. She said, you tell those people now you leaving today.
Right.
You ain't even finna take the stage.
Right.
So whoever your understudy is better be ready to go, because you got to leave right now.
Yeah, man.
And but I say that to say about us, dude, we sweep stuff under the rug, we take it, and even what you just said, what made you give the letter? What made you wear what you, because you've been taking it and you've been seeing generations take it.
Right.
And it ain't right.
And
I ain't gotta take it.
Right.
But I can present a letter, an articulate letter to say what you doing about this.
And the crazy part for me is, when I think about Americana, nobody more Americana than me.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey, I love my people, but America, I feel like I'm as much right here as anybody else.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I don't feel like nobody loves it any more than me. So the fact that you will speak about what's wrong with America shows your love for it. Those who don't want to talk about the wrong things or the
You're the
bad
problem.
things. Man.
Yeah. I look at when I pulled up on you, even you were having a conversation with a Caucasian guy, right? And what I seen in that, looking at your facial expressions and everything, you don't seem to be bitter. I mean, like, I'm not saying you weren't disappointed, feelings wasn't hurt, bag wasn't messed up, had to make some adjustments with your lifestyle, your woman wanted out at the time, and you're going through all this stuff. But I don't smell bitterness on you, bro.
Nah, because you know one of the things too, man, is one of the great things my granny taught me was how important it is not to carry a grudge, not to carry the baggage of that.
Go there.
Not to be able to
go there.
When you throw it, and that's the cool part that I've seen in life, is that when you're negative, it come back to you.
Yeah.
It ain't, you can sling mud over there and all of that, but that job coming right back at you.
But you know what I hear, see? In that what you just said, I was hoping you was gonna say this word, but you did in the way I received it. Your granny was telling you got to forgive people. You gotta let stuff go and realize, like you said, the creator and the universe is bringing things to see where you measure it. And just when you think you got it all together, let's see if we do this. Remember with Job? He said, have you considered your servant Job? Have you considered Craig? Let's see if we let him be who he is, the way I've created him to be, a free thinker, concerned about the ills of his community, and let's let him have the strength and the courage to go present that letter, wear what he want to wear, and let's see how he gonna act if it go the other way. And what I remember you saying, and I don't mean no harm about nothing, but we talking, but you even said your family members, you even got attacked by your family members, like, and what were you
once
thinking?
Again, the cool part is that all of it is about love. Okay, even like my aunt, that I call it Archie Bunk of the family, but she was like, what's gonna happen? You go there talking that black shit to Bush, and it, and that's me. I'm laughing about it. Yeah. But I know the pain that she felt in that. Yeah. I know the pain that my granddad, my mom, my sister, that never, they saw me win the championship. And we got to celebrate the ring and with the family and everything. But they didn't see, and then next few years, they saw the fallout from that. To me, it was the thing where that's how I was raised. And when I did it, they didn't expect to fall out. But for me, I was like, well, okay, this is part of John Carlos. This is part of Kurt Flood. This is part of Muhammad Ali. This is part of all of the fabric of Paul Robeson, Marcus Garvey. That, And then I
That's
always
what I
tell
told him, dude. I'm telling him. The argument I got into, and I had to just disengage
Yeah,
because
man, you have to.
I wasn't even. I don't have time to even explain it. If that's what you think, if you think you got all the liberties and the what we call justices and freedoms right now without somebody being radical, without somebody presenting some letters,
yeah, man, and then
somebody walking a picket line or different thing, man, you got a short
that's
memory.
the point where we say that. How much courage? Not even courage, man. Just speak on what you know is wrong. You see it wrong, you're not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
So we know that had you gone to the White House with an opportunity, you wouldn't have said jack.
Nothing.
You know, and that's the part where I get
Skinning and grinning.
be like, man, you know,
Shuffle along to get them on.
we are. When I look at some of our best and brightest, man, we will not speak to the issues at hand. We will not. And because the control factor, who controls your bag?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's the part where we got to get back to love one another, man.
Yeah.
And that's the part. I'm so glad I grew up in the '60s, man.
Yeah.
I saw black love. We didn't.
Yeah.
Didn't nobody have nothing,
Yeah.
but we had everything.
But we had everything. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't go to bed hungry.
Yeah. No, I never went to bed hungry. No.
You know, and it wasn't no thing where, and like I always tell people this too about black men during our era. We never saw the love that we see in black men and black women today. Where a brother, I tell my sons all the time, I love them.
I love you. Yeah.
We didn't get that.
At all.
It was a certain level of tough love that had to be shown all the time. You couldn't cry, you couldn't pout, you couldn't feel that.
Yeah.
Because you were soft if that was the case.
Well, man, I'm glad you came on here, man. I'm hoping that some brothers inspired to put the bottle down,
Yeah, you know.
put the drugs down.
And you know too, man, is that
You know.
and part of, one of the blessings I got from Long Beach State too is that, and that's what I fell back on, is that when we were studying, we were saying that we made the argument that when we're talking about mental health and mental illness in our community,
Yes.
we think, and we've studied it to the point where if we know who we are, we have a better chance of coming out of that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
many
sir.
of us are trying to be Eurocentric in our nature, and
Yes,
it's
sir.
totally against who we are. So
Yeah.
now we pick that up. We pick up, even to the
Losing
point.
self.
Think about these little ones
Mm-hmm.
right now. They have no clue about racism.
Mm-hmm.
They have no clue about sexism.
Yeah.
The little nappy-head boy in the back,
Yeah.
the little girl with the glasses on, the little bitty girl in the front. They don't know no racism, man.
Nope.
You
They're
know,
just all walking together in unity.
and having fun. How y'all doing?
Like his car.
Thank you.
Job, guys.
Thank you.
We were just talking about how certain things, certain behaviors,
Yeah.
they haven't even got a clue about until we teach it to them.
Right.
Greed,
True. Yep.
greed,
Yep.
racism, sexism.
No.
It's just
They
right
don't
now.
learn it unless
It's all
they're
about
exposed
fun.
to it.
It's
Yeah.
all about fun. If we could only stay fun, if we could just stay fun, we would be good.
We be good.
Y'all have a good day, okay?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Peace, peace, peace. You know,
So-
that's real.
But again, even to that, I don't smell no bitterness. I don't know what's next. What's next? So I don't know if we've covered everything, but it sounds like your mental hood is strong, dude. Like you're in a real good place. You had family,
I'm not-
and then you stayed busy with because you said you went back to school,
Right, and I'm doing that
and you
now.
dove into your boys. So opposed to folding when the rejection and the white ball came around and everything, because you said that's what we call it, the white ball,
And
right?
you know what now, man?
What's
it's
that?
fun. It's fun to look back at that.
Yeah.
To know that, man, I'm gonna give it a conservative. I'm gonna say 65% of the brothers that I played with, had they been white balled.
Oh, it would be. Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
no. They ain't built
I
for
don't
that
know.
life. No.
I don't know.
But again, it goes back to what you just said. Do they know who they really are? Did they go along to get along?
know,
and then when you got kicked to the side, now you ain't got no place to go. Well, I had some place to go, even if it was for a dark moment but my moment lasted a month. Yours might have lasted 5 years to the point that you ended up overdosing or locked up in prison. You'd have lost your plumb mind.
Man.
But I went through my thing, but it didn't last long because what's your grandmother's name?
Dorothy.
And what's your auntie name?
Diane.
Yeah, you had people, and then then you had kids who you had to invest in and you found peace in, and you picked up a purpose to go invest and play because you was away on the road.
And how much they gave me.
Dude, listen.
That's the part that people don't realize. So
you talking about in that moment.
Every moment. So
yes, sir.
These
right there, that was a blessing.
They gave me energy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just told somebody that the other day.
So I ain't around nobody my age.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I love some young people, dude.
I ain't around nobody my age.
Yeah, I love some young people, man.
The oldest person I'm around, my son, he's 40-something.
Yeah, I got a god niece, and she has a son that's 7 years old, and I've encouraged her to consider signing him up for Little League Baseball because I used to coach it. So I said, and if I'll go help, because I'm busy, but the joy. Do you know what you could end up learning? There's a lesson to be. You could do something with a 3-year-old, and it'll blow your mind. To even if we want to keep it monetary, right? It could help you get a bag. You could discover something playing with a 3-year-old and get you a bag. But we want to diss them.
It's entrepreneurship.
We want to be busy at the boat. We want to be busy, laying up with somebody, and we missing moments of life, man, just flexing. I tell brothers, man, I got a call the other day, from a friend of mine, won't name him, but and he'll know if he sees this show.
Right.
But he wanted to brag about a watch. You know what I mean? And how much it costs. And I'm just sitting there listening to him, and I got a smile on my face like you. And I'm like, wow. I said, how sad. I said, he got this expensive watch, and he don't even know what time it is, Craig. He didn't even know what I said, dude, you got family members and male, because this is a male platform that I'm dealing with for black men and boys.
Yes, sir.
You got nephews and little cousins giving your cousins and your mother and your sisters a fit because they acting out, doing all sorts of stuff. And all you want to do is show up over their house, flex the watch, flex the whip, and then get out and beat them up because they said he got disrespectful with them. When you gonna put them in the car? Like, when you gonna say, nephew, come on, let's go get a hot dog.
Ride.
Let's go
see where your head is at.
How's your mental hood, nephew? What's going on, man?
Yeah, brother.
Mama told me, woo. Sister told me, such and such. What's really going on, man?
See, like we was coaching.
Well, we running around flexing for the wrong people, showing off, man. Man,
and what to young people,
man, come on.
Oftentimes we have choices. Everybody, you got a choice. We had a situation at Rich East High School when we were coaching. One of our most promising players, freshman, averaged them 25, almost 30 points as a freshman. So fast and quick, all left hand, man. Couldn't nobody stop him from going left. Me and my son getting ready to open the gym after school. He sees JoJo. He say, JoJo, we getting ready to go in the gym. Once again, attraction, magnetism, the crowd. Crowd starts to move over there. JoJo leaves the gym and go over there. JoJo got shot in the hip. Never played again. You feel me? And that's the type of things where I'm telling young people, when these choices come before you, it can happen in a flash of an eye, and it can seem so, this ain't nothing. But it turns out to be magnified, larger than you think.
Yeah.
And that's why I say,
I do the same thing.
stay on that spiritual plane, man, where you're not thinking, like for instance, like you say about, for me, I'm a happy-go-lucky cat. And I feel so blessed that I was blessed to play for a living. You feel me? That I can stay childlike. I ain't gotta grow up. Y'all can talk that I'm still a child because I still want to hoop.
Yeah.
And I can't hoop being an adult.
Yes. Yeah, let me put my youthful.
I'm still like when I'm looking at them. I'm a student athlete just like y'all.
Yes, sir.
I'm still a student athlete. I'm not taking this thing into, Hodge retired from what? Life? No, this thing ain't no retirement, man. We in this, and now where we are right now, brother. This has got to be a launching. You know what I'm saying? Where We organize ourselves.
Well,
We got to organize
well,
ourselves.
I would love to continue this work that I'm on, this mission I'm on.
No doubt.
And I would love to collaborate
No question.
with you
It's already done, bro.
to do some things impactful in our community
Mm-hmm.
where it relates to encouraging, motivating, enlightening brothers to get it together, man. And it's okay. But again, I tell brothers, man, it's layers to this thing.
Yeah, and
You're
that-
going to have to wake up tapping into the Creator. And
Yeah,
if you want to
man.
call it prayer or meditation,
Yeah.
you need to kind of watch what
You
you're
gotta
eating.
do it.
We watching, we trying
Yeah.
to eat some good juice in our, and
Exactly.
some vegetables in our life.
Yeah, man.
And
And
the
it's-
company we keeping. Because some of us, like you said, JoJo making one to go,
Yeah,
saw the
man.
crowd,
Yeah,
and
man.
he on point,
Yes.
but he got distracted and got
Man,
pulled off because he
man,
saw something
man.
and never played again.
Yeah, man.
So we just got to be careful about,
man.
everything and be intentional about everything.
And
So-
one of the great things, brothers, like I said, you got this platform, and the platform is critical because we talk about mental health and wellness, but it's such a taboo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
you're crazy, Craig.
don't know, I've
You know I'm crazy,
I've
you know what I
been
mean?
crazy. I've been crazy
Yeah,
all
it's
my
whatever
life.
you want it to be, but I'm going to
You
go
know
get
what
me
I'm
some
saying?
help.
And my crazy is not stopping. You know what I'm saying? And then,
Yeah.
and it's crazy. And when we talk about crazy,
Yeah.
one of our great brothers, Willie Burton.
Okay.
Willie just got his doctorate in psychology, I believe.
Okay.
And Willie made the point. He's like, think about this, y'all. And he was speaking to us as retired players. He was like, the training that we did just to get to training camp, we had to be insane. Because in all of that work, there was no guarantee at the end of it.
Oh, just doing it, just going for it.
So like you
Laying
said,
it all
how
on the
many
line.
brothers go through that and then get over here and be like, oh, I can't hoop no more. I can't.
Yeah, you'll
So
crash
let
out.
me
Let me shoot up. Yeah. Let me drink up.
think this. John Carlos is one of my greatest mentors from afar. So when I did my documentary, he was one of the people that I interviewed and I had a chance to talk to him. And he was saying how don't nobody know it, but Michael Jackson's Man in the Mirror was influenced from him. And he was saying that Man in the Mirror was from him going, when he was in Harlem, he would go up on the rooftop and sit with the heroin addicts.
Got it.
And so one day he's sitting there and he's talking to one guy and he's like, man, what happened? And the guy told him, he's like, man, I come home, my daughter need a prom dress. My son need gym shoes for his game. It's me and my wife's anniversary and I ain't got $1 in my pocket.
Crash.
He said, I looked in the mirror and I went outside and one of my boys like, man, you look down, man. Try this.
Try this.
And that was it. And he
Yeah.
said that's where Man in the Mirror came
Yeah.
from. So he's like, when they first did the video for Man in the Mirror to show you how this thing works, brother. Man in the Mirror, the first 20 seconds was John Carlos coming out of the blocks in the Olympics and running. As soon as they found out the connection between John Carlos and Michael Jackson, they took that out the video. Okay. That show you how powerful
The powers that be.
man.
The
And see,
powers that be.
and that's the part that people want to look at certain level. And what you say is layers to this thing.
Yeah, it's layers to it,
The
man.
people that we see, the people that we see, they ain't
What
got
about the ones we don't see?
they ain't got no power. They
What
just-
about the ones we don't?
That-
The invisible hands.
There you
Oh yeah.
simple and plain.
Well,
man.
Craig, hey man, I
brother.
appreciate you
Big
coming
fun,
on the
man.
show, brothers. We'd like for you to tune in, share, subscribe to the show. But more importantly, we want you brothers to consider getting a checkup from the neck up.
Absolutely.
We do it like this, Craig. We do this. This mean I'm with you, see. And we've been together.
Oh, man,
We've been
come
like
on,
this.
man.
We used to say
Come on,
this.
man. Come on.
But this, I put the little check on the end of it because I want them to check on meditating. I want them
Gotcha.
to check on their diet. I want them to check on the circle of friends they're around. Check what they're reading. Check what they're listening to. All of it feeds into supporting and having a strong mind
and
to
a
be
strong
in
diet.
your and a strong diet to be in your purpose.
That's it, man.
That you can fight the wiles of the enemy. How about that?
Keep it moving,
So
brother.
yeah, brother. So
Appreciate
thank
you,
you,
family.
man. Love
For
you.
sure.
Man.
One love, fam.
Yes, sir,
You know
man.
it. For sure.
All right.
Blessings.
The Ride with Victor Love.
Thank you for riding with Victor Love. Catch us every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on Spotify, iHeart, Pandora, Amazon, Apple, and wherever you stream your podcasts. If you or someone you know is in a mental health crisis, dial or text 988. Help us there. And brothers, don't be ashamed to get a checkup from the neck up. We'll see you next Tuesday.